Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, February 8th at 12:13 p.m. Okay, we're gonna open up a discussion about um, this lady here. Her name is Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is a Republican Party. She want to deliver an element of Joe Biden's speech in the Congress. And what's funny here is for the caliber of Joe Biden or the President of the United States, uh, the ruler of the world, the Republican Party would rather use this lady here, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who was just a speaker under the Trump, and it's even under Kellyanne Conway. So it's not in par with Joe Biden, who is a long life senators, a long life vice president twice 4 years in a row. That means 8 years, and a president of the United States. How the magnitude is not reflected in her. She was a speaker under a speaker called Kellyanne Conway, and it's under the Trump, the failed president. So how could it be matched? I think Republicans need to start thinking about a real concept about how to win in anything, not just how to cheat the election, like doing gerrymandering and all that. That's not it. But the essence of a winning speech, if your opponent is the president of the United States, the Republican need to have another president or qualified president like George Bush maybe to argue with Joe Biden, not Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who is also the daughter of Mr. Huckabee Sanders, the pastors. Why not just the pastors? He's been running so much as a presidential candidate instead of her, and Mr. Huckabee Sanders is more uh, expert in doing this. So anyway, the Republican Party was not serious. I think they were just joking. They joke a lot, just like the forefront of the Republican Party is now Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lori Boebert or Matt Gaetz or all the radical in the Republican Party that last night was showcasing their heckler, showcasing their bad attitude and not a statesmanship. So we need statesmanship. The statesmanship of a Republican Party is in crisis right now, and I will tell you more. So Biden spoke the State of the Union at the Congress floor, giving some update on the whole country achievement, shortcoming, and hoping for more achievement to reach together with Congress or with the help of the Congress and of course the people of the United States. That's what he said. So the achievement he did not claim for himself, but for the State of the Union of the United States. While Sarah Huckabee Sanders, a governor and a daughter of a pastor, tried to argue using her sort of evil spirit, if you want to make it an extreme figure of speech, and and can only see the evil side of the USA progress and thought it was a failure and it's not serve her evil spirit condition because in her evil spirit or her idea of success is about how the lie should be reflected or the propaganda should be reflected because during her tenure when she was a speaker of the Trump was she keep on lying and lying and lying and she keep on giving propaganda because she's infatuated with Trump or Putin or Viktor Orban or Lukashenko or Kim Jong Un or all these communist leaders that love propaganda. So there is not complying to her propaganda standard or speakership. So then she got disappointed and then she argued about the failure of Biden. So one thing that she was proud of as a success as a governor was pretend there was an equal race in her alma mater school across the street where she's at. That's the opening of her speech is about the equal race that she applied with the black girls and that mostly white student in the school across where she at, which is for all of us it's normal that black girl, white girl, Asian girl they mingle together. What's what's so new about it? It's pretty normal to mix them up in the school. So to make a big fuss out of it, it's just like ridiculous. Well, she also against historic race, class, and other equal race or gender class, and book she planned to suppress. She's gonna rule out all of those books. She's gonna rule out all of those classes that contain critical race theory, which is theory about race. Not really theory. It's a class about or education about race, gender, and all that. So she also mentioned that Joe Biden is ruling the people. Really, I'm the people of the United States. Do I feel I was ruled by Joe Biden? So she obviously exaggerated. Why is this matter? What if this rule the people subject is gonna matter to her constituent and she will won an election for bringing this up? So a choice of a subject that she want to pick is also very off. It's offside. It's like there's it's not substantial. Basically, it's a laughing stock. I even laugh about it. So Biden led the Congress and Senate to make rule to in protecting the middle class, and yes, with the NATO coalition, Biden ruled the world against tyranny and corrupt government and all kind of anti-democratic countries. So Biden ruled the world, but not ruled the people. You want to put it that way, you could. Biden ruled the world, yeah, just like Queen of England ruled the wave. Biden ruled the world right now. Like Russia, no matter they turn left or right, north, south, east, west, they bump into Biden weapon materials, but not Biden people in Ukraine. So I'm still laughing about Sarah remark about Biden ruled the people, which is a joke because I don't feel any rule of Biden on me. Uh, the only rule that people feel right now in like in Texas or in Arkansas maybe the women that she cannot do whatever they like about their pregnancy, about their bodies. So the old male have to rule their bodies, the women. So the women doesn't have a right. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, you ain't got no right. All the male, old people, white people rule your bodies, all right? Not Biden. And she dismissed Biden economic success uh, and brought down the unemployment, inflation, and supply chains clogged as a failure. Compared to Sarah Huckabee Sanders, unsuccessful in office to do anything, even she was so unsuccessful for liars or propagandists under Trump's speakership, under Trump when she was a speaker. So it's like she stripped herself naked on her own in a public, total self humiliation. Unless people forgot that she was graduated as a failed Trump propagandist, and she even way below Kellyanne Conway, the master of all illusion. She is not near to Kellyanne Conway. Sarah is for freedom, she said. So free that she's free to keep on lying. Just try so hard to copy Trump or Putin, but not as good as her masters, not as good as Putin, not as good as Trump. She keep on trying to lie, she keep on trying to do some propaganda, but basically failed. And she mentioned also about Washington tax, that Washington tax you just like wood on fires. Who are these Washington people? Is it congressmen and senators from Republican too? Sorry, I make fun of it. Um, Compare all the tax burden that placed on the middle class during Trump that she's supporting. That include freeing the rich, freeing the rich people from paying tax at all to zero tax. The proof is on the free tax online that Trump put online. I guess Trump has tax return which is zero. See, he's paying zero tax for so many years. So that's the proof that she's supporting a fail. And she said radical left hijack government. She must mistaken with the Putin and all communist leaders that considered to be so leftist. Which left she mean, like Putin, Kim Jong Il, uh, Lukashenko, or Xi Jinping? Which left? And all the communist dictators wanna be like Trump and everybody in the MAGA train. So those are the left people, MAGA train, Trump, they're left. They love to be Vladimir Putin. They want to be dictators of the world, one of the dictators. And you support him. So you must be so left then. So that would that be include her? She also mentioning a banning culture warrior. She want to ban culture warrior. As if Sarah herself is not a product of a culture herself. If, as if she's never woken up that she is an evangelist, daughter of pastor herself. She must be woken up and realize, ooh, I'm a daughter of a pastor and I'm evangelist and I'm one of the a woke mom. What about banning or cancel her own speech because she's a woke person? That anti another woke. So woke anti another woke, anti another woke. I mean, it's a war among woke. So keep it to yourself among you woke. Would that be like anti-freedom or just confused lady talking about freedom that she want to fight to death? Biden doubling down on crazy compared to her party that full of crazy mad hecklers members like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Mike Gates, Lori Boebert, and etc. and all those people. While no crazy in power of those in Democratic Party, there is no Boebert, there is no Gates, there is no Marjorie Taylor Greene in Democratic Party. So which one that she's talking about? So more than crazy, they even enacted an insurrection. Those guys, this bunch of guys in Republican mega train, they enacted insurrection because they are so crazy. So left is the Putin wannabe. So Sarah, where is your substance? There is not purely professional liars and deflecting the argument with pure propaganda full of lies, just like when you hold an office as a speaker for the Donald Trump president. Biden is refusing to secure the border. That's what she said. How is that logical? He asked for more tools to fight illegal immigrant um, and to fight the drugs overdose or fentanyl overdose among Americans. And he even arrested many illegal drugs with the record number um, arrest on drugs and drug dealers, and asking Congress fund to arrest more drug smugglers. Does that tell that Biden is pro free illegal to cross border? So what's the custom and border for or ICE for? So Sarah better think twice before she speaks ridiculous failure that was more reflected during her tenure or her time when she was in office. This is tough for people who saw this admin is an upgrade and more progress than the last one with her in it, and think that the progress is worse than just the last bunch of liars. Refused to stand up on China by, Sarah think that Biden refused to stand up for China. How could Biden refuse to stand up for China while the result is he shut down the balloon? And it's safe too. He shut down on top of the coastline of South Carolina. That way it fell on the water and not fell on people or infrastructures. And Biden can secure all the tools and equipment inside the balloon. If it drops on the land, what happened? It will break down the tools and all the evidence. So it's pretty wise that it was shut down on top of the water. And when she was in Trump admin, she let go both balloons without thinking to shoot it down. So who is pro China in this case? So why is she always laughing matters? She's like a comedic material somehow. Then she come back again about woke fantasy of Biden. She needs to understand Biden is an old school with the aviation sunglasses, like old Top Gun guy that doesn't do any woke stuff. So Biden is an old school that none of the wokeness on him is reflected at all. Have she ever seen Biden, or she hate Biden that she will never seen him on television? Compared to Sarah that have been awoke by her being evangelist for being super woke, anti the other woke. a very funny and hilarious figure of speech. Strip away the freedom of speech while she is a free to speak. Sorry. So talking about strip away the freedom of speech, again, she likes to mention this. There's no freedom of speech while she's freely speaking about what she wanna free speak and bashing anybody she wanna bash. She likes to repeat that Biden stripped away her freedom of speech, while she keep on blabbering using her freedom of speech that basically anti-Biden speech. Is there any sign that she will be arrested, like Alexei Navalny in Russia by Putin? Whenever he speak, he got arrested or he got poisoned to death. So she want to be like in Russia, the system of government that she idolized. So she idolized it to be communist in the United States. Sarah wants to rule education in Arkansas. Again, she talked about education. Why she's coming back? And we can draw a straight line that she will do the same if she's the president, and there will be no Arkansas independent school district anymore because she wants to rule the school, a quo vadis. A new generation to lead without any proof is a success. She want a new generation. She want to replace old generation to be a new generation. So her generation is full of success. A way better than Biden. I mean, which one that I need to laugh now? And why she is hateful or discriminate against old people, against Biden that do no harm to her? What did Biden do that hurt Sarah so bad? She is like the guy called the Pop that hit Nancy Pelosi's head with the hammer. She's full of hate of old people. Like Paul Pelosi is very old. Joe Biden is very old. What's wrong with her? Where is her decency? I thought that you need to take care of the seniors, but instead she has this evil spirit somehow. Although she's very Christian. So what happened here? So reminiscing her tenure in White House as chief of flyers, um, that was when she was under Kellyanne Conway. She said she travels in a dangerous places too, and it was too much criminal during Trump. She said, even when she's that travel with the lights off, like she was so scared when she traveled to Iraq, and compared to Biden when he traveled to Iraq, it was fine. So under Trump or under her admin, the security was bad, you know. There's no guarantee that she come out alive. So that means the presidency and herself was a failure just to provide security. So Trump presidency was so scary and cannot establish a sense of security as a pride to remember. What kind of pride does she remember about how it was so horrorful, you know? So when people keep on yelling USA, so at the end, she said, after she was scared, and when she reached Iraq and people yelling USA, USA, she was happy. She loved yells, and during Biden's speech, there was a yell that said USA, USA. Well, how come she's not happy? That means she did not watch Biden's speech, I guess, or she skipped that yell USA, USA. She should be happy and just submerge into the happiness and quit bitching about Biden. And all the yell so far has not a proof of a result too. Like what's the yell for? The most important thing is the result, not the yell. And there's no dramatic in yell. The most dramatic is the result. Funny, she love to, she love all kind of a dramatic sign instead of result. So all about ideas, not illusion or delusion up on the sky. So she like delusion or illusion up on the sky. Oh, USA, USA, she'll be happy. Once again and again, she said her freedom now under attack. While she can freely to speak so free, but just under the illusion attacked by Biden. I'd like to know how so. How she was attacked under Biden, her freedom of speech. Why is it so illusionist or delusionist? Is it really, really she's delusion? And she said freedom will never die. Why is she confused and sounds like Trump? Full of illusion and delusion. One time she said no freedom, and then she said she love freedom, and then she just keep changing her mind. I think she's confused. Just like the comment from Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey. Chris Christie comment on all spoiling the middle class program by Biden, providing free school, providing a health care, providing just basic human right as a spoil, as he thought it was a spoil, and paid by emptying um, all of his pocket and my pocket, and sounds too much, and utterly lie. My pocket isn't empty, and his pocket definitely not empty. Soon as he got paid by the ABC News for talking nonsense. All right, that's for today. Talking about the debate between Biden and Sarah Huckabee Sanders. That is ridiculous. I'm so sorry I cannot help. I have to respond to this because it's so ridiculous. And once again, the Republican Party need to get a hold on what is important. Like you need to match the president's speech needs to be fought with another president's material, not Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Who is she? So I'm so sorry. I can have to laugh at the Republican Party clumsy way of doing the partying. And I think it needs to go back to the previous version of Republican Party. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.